Rick. Go.
It's time for all you fat, sweaty, inner city swell.
I can't even get it out.
To keep the noise down for a real man to show these ladies what you're doing. Alright, it's a first. We are going to do our very first WWE Elite Collection Ravishing Rick Rude action figure. Caden?
Yes.
Do you know anything about Ravishing Rick Rude?
That he says, cut the music.
He does say cut the music.
I don't know.
He is from Robbinsdale, Minnesota. He weighs 252 pounds. 6'3", so he's my size. He was an Intercontinental Champion.
Ooh.
A WCW United States Champion. He was WWE Hall of Famer.
Yeah.
And then he goes here, it's got a quote. Whether he was wooing the ladies or taking care of business inside the ring, Rick Rude showed the WWE Universe what it meant to be totally ravishing.
He goes like this.
Yes, he does this right here. And so what he does is, and he waves it, he does the almost hip pelvic thrust there.
He does this and he went, ravishing.
Oh, yeah. So, we're going to rip into this thing. Luckily enough, don't care about the box because I'm about ready to come up in this thing. Here, maybe. I got a piece of tape that's holding me back from my endeavors. All right, here we go. All right, so Ravishing Rick Rude. Let's see.
I'm real excited about these Elite figures.
This is an avenue we're going down that is very, very new. The only one we've ever owned in our life is who?
Oh, I thought we had AJ Styles.
Huh?
I said I thought we had AJ Styles.
No. We do have a version of the $1 Million Man, Ted
DiBiase.
DiBiase. Neither one can
DiBiase.
say it correctly.
DiBiase.
Okay, so we're gonna keep him in his. So what he would do is.
Oh.
Oh, fancy.
And then he would run his fingers up like this, and he would go and throw the sweat, flip it like that.
That's why you do that. He does that all the time to me.
All right, I'm not going to get these hands out because it's just a couple fists.
Because you don't want these hands.
That's the wrong guy.
That's Braun Strowman.
So let's look up close here to Ravishing Rick Rude. The face sculpt is very, very good. One thing, girls, that Ravishing Rick Rude was known for was his lavishing and just off the wall, like back in his time, like the airbrush pant was a big deal.
Yes.
So his airbrush pants were a big deal. So we're going to have to disrobe him. The first thing I want to see is if he stands. Look at that. Like a champ does he stand.
That's good.
All right. So Miss Rebecca, go ahead. Grab him.
Okay.
Okay. Why don't you derobe him?
Okay. I don't know how his song goes.
Not that way.
He has a tattoo on his arm.
Yes, he does.
I got it.
Are you sure?
Got it.
Okay.
He has an anchor.
He does have an anchor as a tattoo.
He does have some... See, we thought this might have been opened. This has for sure been opened.
This one has?
Yes, he has some scuffs all over him. Some like dark scuffs all over his arm.
Let's see him.
Yeah. Like all up and down his arms. Like forearms and...
Maybe that's how he's made.
I'll be real honest. I bet that is probably from that cape.
You think so?
Bleeding onto him.
Maybe.
Yes. Now, this is from SummerSlam. So there's the tattoo. Very good looking one. And if you'll tell, he's got the Ultimate Warrior on his crotch. Because that's who he was fighting. The boots
are ravishing.
simply
Ravishing.
ravishing.
What's his butt say?
Feel the Heat.
Ooh.
All right, go ahead and have a play with that for a few seconds while I kind of show off the robe.
I did like him. I do think it's the robe because it's on his leg too.
Yeah.
I did like watching him because every time he came out, he had fancy pants.
Cut the music. That's what he did every time.
Cut the music. We've had argument in this house about how good I am at saying
The voice acting.
The voice
Good thing you're a good
acting.
teacher.
I'm an excellent voice actor.
Not.
Cut the music.
All right. So articulation on this guy is just an average. Well, it's average anymore, but it is, the wrists, the elbows, the shoulders, the head, the abs, everything. Now, Ravishing Rick Rude did have a whole lot of muscles. One of the SummerSlam things I remember him doing was he and the Warrior had a body flexing contest. And do you remember the thing that you could pull down like this to exercise? It was kind of like
The Thigh Master.
kind of like the Thigh Master, but it was for your arms.
Oh, yeah.
And that's what Bobby Heenan and Ravishing Rick Rude hit the Ultimate Warrior
Bless
with.
you.
Allergies.
Thank you.
Um, Rick Rude is a part of the Heenan family.
He is.
He is.
Bobby Heenan.
Bobby Heenan's family. Look at him just standing there in all of his glory.
But that doesn't mean they're family members.
No, it just meant he was his manager.
Yeah.
All right, so this is our first. It's
Official.
our first definite Elite toy.
That we bought on purpose as an Elite.
Correct. The only other thing that we do have is this very old $1 Million Man figure. And
Got him for Mother's Day.
yeah,
DiBiase?
Ted DiBiase. And it's just him in his suit. I mean, they're the same height.
Yeah.
I mean, they're meant to be what they are. I will say that this, just by looking at it, obviously you can tell just the detail on the pants versus DiBiase. And I'm sure there's a better DiBiase that's out there.
Oh, yeah.
But, all right. So, Miss Rebecca,
Yeah.
on a scale of 1 to 10, what do you give Rick Rude?
I'm going to give him a 9.
A 9. Wow.
Because I think the face is really good. I've seen some where the faces look okay but not great. But I think it looks just like him. And I think they did a really good job on his fancy pants.
Kaden, what do you give Mr. Ravishing Rick Rude?
A 10.
A 10.
Ooh.
Why a 10?
Because I like his pants.
You like his pants.
Yeah.
So, just because he has fancy pants, that's your thing, huh?
Yeah.
Now, they make other Ravishing Rick Rudes with different pants.
I believe so. I do not know. This is the first time in line. So, out of all this geeky stuff you've done with me,
Yeah.
this is the first time that we're on the equal playing field of knowing the stuff here. So, I give Rick Rude, especially to have the robe, I give him an 8 out of 10.
Why?
The robe, I'm not real thrilled with.
It's hard to get off and on.
Well, and the black, I don't like that.
And it bleeds on his body.
Yeah, and to be honest, I'm not. Well, I say that, but in 2 weeks I'll probably be having a Royal Rumble with these things. I mean, I probably am going to have him on the shelf, looking kind of like that, which looks cool and is good. I wish that it was a little bit more flamboyant on the cape.
What's the
And
hip
I
size?
honestly
Simply ravishing.
I honestly don't know what to compare it to other than the $1 Million Man. So I'm going to go a little lower just because he's our first. But I can't wait to get more of them. So here's the question. All right, the WWE Elite line or whatever is pretty wide open. What do you want your next one to be, Miss Rebecca? Who do you want?
I have to pick just one person.
You got to pick just one. It can be a character because he's dead, so
Yeah.
you can have one from the past. You can have one from the present.
Future.
I don't think we're that good to know the future one, but
I
maybe.
mean, maybe.
Maybe.
I think I would like a really good Mankind
A really good Mankind.
with this thing like this,
Okay.
with the mask like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Kaden,
Yeah.
who has kind of got into wrestling here of late. Who would you like to have?
I'm thinking. This is hard.
You got 3 seconds.
Oh no! I can only think of Alexa Bliss.
Okay, so Alexa Bliss. Do you want her as like Harley, or do you want her as Fiend Alexa Bliss, or old time like Barbie Alexa Bliss?
I want Fiend.
Fiend.
I don't think they make that one. They should though.
I'm sure they will. After WrestleMania, they'll probably, I think, because that one was a SummerSlam. I assume they're going to have like a WrestleMania, and they'll make them all look like they did in the WrestleMania gear, so you get them all and all that. So that'll be that.
They're going to have to make a burnt Fiend.
Of course.
Who do you want next?
I
have more than one.
well, you can only say one.
Okay.
See, like right now, this Ravishing Rick Rude right now is tickling my inner kid pickle right now.
You want old people.
I really do. Like, there are some of the new ones that I saw today that looked like phenomenal. Like, I am not a Kofi Kingston person, but that Kofi Kingston looked awesome.
He looks good.
But for me to get one of them,
yeah.
I probably want probably Jake the Snake Roberts. He was my favorite.
I almost went for him today.
Well, we went simply. The guinea pigs almost went for him too. Did you hear what the guineas just said? They said, that's them. Cut the music. All right, for all you young, fun, city boy YouTubers, this is the Ravishing one saying goodbye. Peace out, home skeleton.
Peace.